a winner.
Looking for someone who's hoping not to kill their engine. Yeah, that vac leak, that's been there for a while. So reset the fuel pressure regulator last night. Gonna put it under load, do a few tests this morning. If in doubt though, we'll just bail on the first run. I ain't risking the engine. Not for a final. So, see what happens. As the wanger would say, death or glory.
Yeah.
Morning.
Morning, James. How are we feeling?
Alright.
Feeling confident?
Of course. Well, of course he is.
Of course he is.
We'll see. If the car's alright, then I'm confident.
You've got Carl Goldsmith.
Good.
Bring it on. See you in round 2, mate.
Thank you.
Maybe.
4?
On all 4?
Gotta love it being on all 4. Just gotta win.
Just gotta win.
Just gotta win.
Taking on James Hodson in round 1.
That'll be fine. We'll see how it goes. As long as don't fucking red light again.
Where is that? None of that. Don't even think of that way.
No going Roxy. Da, da, da.
Hello, Mr. 9-second driver.
Hello. Yes!
What did you run? Tell the camera.
993 at 143 miles an hour.
Very nice.
Yeah.
But you can't do that again today.
Well, I can't, but it might happen.
So, who are you going round 1?
Lee Cordrey. So, tricky, but we'll see.
So, good luck.
Thank you.
Hello, part-timer.
Nice luck.
Polishing the tip, don't you?
Got a polish tip, mate.
You feeling confident?
Yeah. I'd say John Crawford brought a penknife to a cannon fight.
You feeling confident?
Yeah.
You're going to do it?
We might all find out, won't we, in a few minutes? Hopefully.
How are we feeling, Brucey?
Alright, car's still shit. It'll work or it won't. Just change the dial up a bit because it's running a bit slower. It'll be alright or it won't be.
That's it.
I'm here, I'm racing.
Exactly.
That's all that matters.
Good luck.
Morning.
That's the most consistent qualifier.
Thank you very much indeed.
Well done.
Very well chuffed.
And still in the Rookie of the Year chase.
Yes, I am indeed. Yep. Got a new clutch in. We're going to make a single pass this morning. I was lucky enough to get a buy and set up a new dial in hopefully.
Nice. Good luck.
Thank you very much.
It's Harry's. But this is the twist. Purdy and Thomas could meet in the semi-final. So only one of them could reach the final, not both. Interesting times ahead. Here we go in VW Sportsman. This is your #1 qualifier. Lawrence Clark getting a bye. And he's safely through to round 2. Right, in VW Sportsman then. Bruce Harvey and Paul Robinson, 15.22 plays 14.40. Bruce out in front. And takes that win. A 0-2 light as well. Very nice job indeed there for Bruce. Right, this is quite important, this one. This is Rob Cresswell. If Rob wins this race, all he has to do is stage in round number 2 and the VW Sportsman Championship is his. Many thanks indeed to Luke Stevenson for the updates on that one. Polly Judge is in the way of Rob's championship, if you like. Polly dialing in 16.35, Rob dialing in 13.80. Polly leaves the line. Rob Cresswell sets off in pursuit. The RS4 catching the TT and has taken the win. So well done indeed to Rob Cresswell.
Well done.
Championship is nearly his. Right. It will be his if John Crawford doesn't win this. Going alongside Connor Jones. The Darlings then, 1665 plays 1619. Can I have Sportsman ET into the pairing lanes, please? Sportsman ET, can we have you into the lanes? Well, Connor Jones with the Beatles in front. Has he done enough to take the win? He certainly has done. Connor Jones has taken that one. John Crawford is out. Just looking over at Simon just to get a nod on this one, but we think Rob Cresswell's got it. Yes, he has. Congratulations to Rob Cresswell, VW Sportsman Championship winner this year. So that's the first one of our championships actually determined today. We've had some that have been sorted out prior to this weekend, but that's the first one that's been done today. So congratulations to the Cresswells. Rob with the Audi RS4 is your champ. This is Phil Jones with the Audi 15 flat dial-in, going alongside Simon Clare with the Audi TT with a 14 flat dial-in. So a second between them off the line. But let's see who is the bravest at the stripe. And 1573 takes that one. Simon Clare didn't get off the line at all, really. But it's Phil Jones that has taken that one. Right, next up, Jack Gooding. Taking on young Daniel with the Loco Polo. 1410, the dial-in. Tell you what, that is quick for a Polo. Very quick indeed. 1638 for Jack. That's his daily driver, actually, to be honest. Daniel just been lined up by Ian. There was a little bit of fluid just under the where his where he was positioned, so they just moved him over a little bit. Well, not fluid, but just needed him to move over a little bit. Tree goes green for both of them. Jack Gooding out in front, and Daniel closing down at the stripe. This is where the performance differential comes in, and Jack Gooding got there too quickly. It's Daniel that goes through. And he goes to round 2 to face Connor. Right, interesting one that. Justin Foley and Ethan Lyle. $14.40 for Ethan, but Justin will be leaving first. $15.01 on his dial-in. Right, just waiting for him to come up to the line. Right, Ethan's pre-staged, as is Justin. Ethan goes into stage, Justin goes into stage. The tree counts him down. Green light on both sides of the racetrack. Well, I was going to say Ethan's in catch-up mode, but he's already gone past him. So it's up to Ethan to control this one. And a 15.06 takes it to a 15.17. So well on to Ethan. Obviously a massive reaction time advantage that Ethan could use to full effect there. Andrew Bambrick with the Mark II Golf taking on Steve Metcalf with the Audi TT. 14.25 the dial for Andrew, 15.20 for Steve. It's going to be the Audi TT that's going to be going off first. Well, Steve Metcalf keeping out in front and takes it 15.55 to lose out 14.56. Had nearly 3/10 on the line as well, so well done to Steve. All right, 2 pairs to go. Emma Sadler and Stu Hodgson. Well, massive start line advantage there for Stu. Takes that one with a 17.57. All right, last pair. Morgan Wilson and Steve Stone. Morgan dialing in at 17.65. We're leaving first. Steve Stone, 16.22. Morgan, 4th in the points. Now, bearing in mind the 2 in front of Morgan have gone out. If Morgan can take the round win here, she could move up to 3rd. All right, Steve Stone closing in. And takes it 17.03 to a lose at 18.20. And very well calculated there from Steve Stone. Took the win margin 0-2 at the stripe. So interestingly, the second, third and fourth in VW Sportsman Championship all went out in round one. So it didn't really matter for Rob. He could have lost and still won the championship. But nevertheless, Rob Cresswell confirmed as champion in VW
How
Sportsman.
did it feel? You saw that light?
Yeah, it's different to normal, obviously, because until then, everything's business as usual. But yeah, my voice feels a little bit worse now than it did before.
I bet it is.
Yeah, I did shout after that one. I agree with that. But yeah, so that's it. Got another one to go for now. So
Yep.
yeah.
That's it. And you're going to go on to win the event?
Well, yeah, I never intended to just stop at first round. So yeah, we'll carry on and see how it goes.
Perfect. Well done. VW Sportsman champion, Rob Cresswell. How do your race go?
Very well. Very happy. Best run of the weekend as well.
What did you run?
I've done a 14.1 dialing. I've done a 14.169.
Oh, banging.
So, and beat Jack Gooding. Number 3. So I'm really happy.
You knocked out a fell over.
Yes. But, you know.
And now who have you got?
I've got Connor Jones with his Beetle. I've raced him before. He broke out. I have a habit of racing people and everyone breaks out. So I'm hoping the trend stays.
That's it. That's the good thing about being a chaser.
Oh yes, I love doing the chase. You can see the line coming. It's like, come on, chase him down. So yeah, it's all good.
Good luck.
Thank you very much.
Sit and chill.
Yeah, it's all
New
back
clutch
together.
in?
Yeah, it's all back together and working.
Feeling confident?
Yeah,
Battle for third?
yeah.
You, me,
Try and hang on to
Cordrey?
it. Yeah.
Good luck.
Yeah, got to take Rob out in the first round then.
You have.
Here we see man in natural habitat with his broken ass piece of shit Mark III Golf. Ignore the rust because it's coming.
How'd that run go?
Yeah, not too bad. Clutch is just bedded in, so I'm quite happy. 0.2 off, but I know where I drop that, so hopefully back on the numbers.
And then obviously with Rookie of the Year,
I did hear,
your 2 people above you are now out.
Yes, yeah.
You've got to
So
make it to the final.
I would like to make it to the final. Yeah, I'll try my damned hardest to be quite honest, but yeah, I'm hoping for the best today.
Good luck.
Thank you very much indeed.
Road Championship. Hodson or Goose?
Got to be Hodson all the way.
Hodson is on the same team.
VW Sportsman. Round 2 eliminations. Rob Cresswell and Stu Hodson. Rob Cresswell already confirmed as champion in VW Sportsman. Congratulations to him. Now then, let's see if the old adage is true. When you win a championship, you lose your next race. But let's find out. 1680 plays a 1380. Rob's got to wait 3 seconds. Well, it looks like Stu Hodson's in a different county at the stripe. But he was. He broke out by a massive margin, 15:37. Rob Cresswell takes the win. Congratulations to Rob. Right, next up then, it is Ethan Lyle with the Rolling P taking on Steve Stone with the Golf. The Darlings are 16:33 for Steve, 14:40 for Ethan. Oh, but Ethan puts a cherry on the tree, goes too soon. So it's Steve that takes the win. And I think Ethan knows he's gone red. 14:43 against 16:54. But it is Steve Stone taking the win. White Pearl Beetle of Connor Jones against the Loco Polo. Daniel Bauscher. 14:10, the dial in there. 2.5 seconds and some change between them off the line. And it's going to be the Beetle that leaves first. And the Polo sets off in pursuit. And yeah, the Beetle takes that one, 1684 on a 65 dial. Daniel was close to his dialing, but near on half a second reaction time did not do him any favours at all. So it is Connor that goes through to round number 3. Phil Jones and Bruce Harvey up next. Whoever wins this gets a bye to the semi-finals. So 15 flat, place 15.22. Bruce Harvey has the slower ET on dial-in, but at the stripe, it is Philip Jones that takes that one. 15.13 plays a 15.42. So well on to Philip. Last pair. And it's Lawrence Clark with the Thunderbug Beetle taking on Steve Metcalf with the Audi TT. The Darlings end, 15.35 for Steve, 14 flat for Lawrence. 1.35 second head start to the Audi TT. So Lawrence Clark in chase mode then. Can he catch and pass Steve Metcalf? The short answer is no. 15.36 on a 15.35 dial. Steve Metcalf just 100th off his dial.
Yeah, someone.
Just broke out slightly too fast, 2/100ths of a second, and had a good opponent who was 1/100th of a second off his dial-in. So just one of those things, slightly too fast this time. Like to congratulate Jack on winning the Rookie of the Year, I believe he's got now. Yeah, happy.
You got your own trophy this weekend?
Yes, and I'm happy with the achievements we've made this year and how we've managed to do.
Hang on. So next
first
year, stronger and faster?
Definitely, 100%.
Good lad. You still in?
Yeah, no. Unfortunately, no.
Oh.
Unfortunately.
Pair of losers then.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what a cracking year it's been.
Yeah,
It's been awesome.
How did the race go?
I lost on reaction.
Driver's fault.
Yeah,
Driver's
yeah.
fault.
Blame me. I need to practice over Christmas.
Yeah. Back to do it again next year.
Oh yes, full season as well.
Good.
I lost on reaction as well. I broke out by 0.071, I think it was. So, which was a bit tight, but you lose it on the start line, you lose it on the start line. You know, Rob's a good champion, he deserves it, and we'll take second. That'll do.
Second's not bad.
Yeah, it's not first, but we'll be back next
First
year.
loser.
Yeah, thanks. We'll be back next year. Yeah, they've, you know, we'll still be there or thereabouts.
Good lad. Phil, you still in?
We're still in, yeah.
Who'd you be on that
Yeah,
round?
we beat Bruce in the diesel golf. It was a good match, yeah. But just squeaked him over the line.
That's it. I mean, a couple of rounds ago, you said I had no chance.
Well, yesterday wasn't going my
Oh,
way, but
today's another day.
Today's another day. Much better.
And is
much
Connor
better.
still in?
Yeah, Connor is. So we're going to have an
Are you
All
on the same
Jones
side of the
semi.
lap? Are you on the same
We
side of the
are.
lap? Nice.
So it could be a semi All Jones.
Good. All Jones semi, that's what we want to see. Good luck.
Let's see.
Right, VW Pro. Paul Day should have been alongside Guy Foley, but no sign of him there. So it is Paul Day that is taking the one on his own. And he goes into round 2. Well done, Paul. Goes 18.21. Had already put a cherry on the tree, so just needed to get it to the end of the track. Right, Lee Cordrey and Paul Jackson. So both in stage. Lee looking for a 12.20, 10 flat for Paul Jackson. But it matters not. Lee Cordrey has taken the win. Paul Jackson went red. Oh, but he goes into the 9s again, 9.88. Good run. But it's all for now as Lee Cordrey takes the win and he goes through into round 2. Right, Luke Stevenson and James Rhodes. James qualified in the number 2 spot with that mental Lupo down there. 10.27 is the dial-in. Luke with the dragster. 9.60. And 10.40 takes the win to a lose out 10.20. So Luke Stevenson's day is over. James Rhodes takes the win. Well, here's one of your championship contenders then, James Hodson. Oh, apologies. Adrian Solly is the other one. Going alongside Abby Tether. Adrian Solly needs to win this one, otherwise the championship goes to James Hodson. The Darlings, Abby, 12.91. She was number one qualifier as well. Adrian Solly looking for an 11.20. Oh, sounds like Adrian's got a bit of a misfire there. That's hurting badly, so his only hope is if Abby breaks out, which she hasn't. 13.51 takes the win. And I just get confirmation on this one. I believe James Hodson has just taken the championship. He has indeed, so well done to James. Adrian Solly falls at the first hurdle. Next up then, Rob Carter and Graham Fairhead. So it's the Misfit Type 3 taking on the Audi S4. $12.55 the Darling for the S4, 11.30 for the Type 3. It's going to be the Audi Estate going first. Well, Graham certainly drawn alongside. Looks like he's pulling ahead now. And takes the win with a 12.10 against the lose out 13.53. So well done to Graham. All right, two more pairs to go. Next up, James Gould and Dave Crowhurst. 10.85 plays 9.63. But James Gould just breaks the beams a little bit too early, puts a cherry on the tree. So it is Dave Crowhurst that takes the win. 9.66, good run there for Dave as well. Lose out 11.70, but the cherry was already on the tree. So Carl Goldsmith has an opportunity to put this year's champion on the trailer. James Hodson with Adrian Solly going out in his matchup against Abby Tether. James Hodson is your champion in VW Pro this year. So can Top Fuel Carl put him away. Well, whatever happens here, Carl Goldsmith has earned himself some money. Yeah, look at the reaction time for Carl Goldsmith. It's all the zeros. 0, 0, 0, 0. He lost the race, unfortunately, with 11.59. James Hodson goes through with 11.21. But Top Fuel Carl, 50 quid bonus for perfect reaction time. And he had all the zeros there. Well done to Carl. But it's James Hodson that goes through.
It's not worth it. but it's obviously broke. As it boosts, you can see it spinning, and then it's flapping around like a lunatic. So there's not risking that.
Blank it off. Have you broken it so you can fix it for next year, so it's slower or faster?
So I've got to fix it for 2 weeks so that Alex can try and drive it.
Yes, but is that so it's quicker or slower?
It won't be slower.
There's no point making it slower. Why would you do that?
What's broken, Paul? Turbo.
You were just about to offer something off your car.
Car's probably got a
One thing you
spare.
can't have, sorry.
Car's probably got at least 3 spare.
Yeah. I bet he's got huge turbo.
Yeah, they'll be fine.
They'll be fine.
They'll be fine.
Work.
It's a very purposeful knock away from there. What happened?
Defeated.
What happened?
I don't know, just lost drive. It's almost like the clutch just either slipped or something's broken, or just got into second gear, just went straight to red line. Third gear, straight to red line. Fourth gear, didn't accelerate. Just, don't know. No clue. But maybe next year.
Maybe next year. Or if not, unfortunately, it's Charlie's turn with a crew member.
Maybe, yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, we'll see.
No,
we'll
we
see.
want Goose Racing and Charlie
Yeah, we
Racing.
want both racing if we can. We'll see.
We have to recruit some new crew, don't we?
Yeah. We'll find some more people that can sleep in their car and carry on.
Is that what you offer? Crew combination car?
Yeah, they got to sleep in their own car and live for the live
It's
the
good
dream.
terms. It's very attractive terms.
Yeah.
Fly within.
Yeah.
There you go. Oh, well. VW Pro, second place.
Yeah.
Yep. Not bad.
Not bad.
We'll take it. We'll take it.
Oh, look. He's smiling and more chilled now, isn't he?
Don't know what you mean.
Nobody as dope as you. VW Pro champion James Hodson. How are you doing?
Thank you very much. Very well. Very pleased with that. Although I missed a gear, but Carl did as well. So yeah, happy. How did you get on?
Rubbish.
Oh.
We're not talking about me, because mine's rubbish. Yeah, Carl cuts a light.
Unbelievable.
He treed you.
Big time. Yeah, never seen. He done really well.
He literally, he cut such a good light, he lifted well early. He was like, oh my God. So, oh well.
Yeah.
Roll on. And you're still in the competition?
Yes, I am.
You're going to finish the weekend with a winner?
I'm going to try. Give it best.
Who you got next round?
I've no idea.
That confident?
Yeah.
Doesn't matter who I get.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. In fact, you got James Rhodes, because I lost.
Oh, okay. Oh, thanks.
There you go.
Thanks for that.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
We don't get a race.
No. Next year.
Sportsman. Rob Cresswell, the champion, taking on Steve Stone. Whoever wins this gets into the semis and a bye into the finals. It's just the odd number of competitors. You get a couple of byes thrown in. That's how you'll work it out. Steve Stone looking for 16.55. Rob looking for 13.80. And Rob Cresswell breaks out. He took the strike but went too quick. 16.62 takes the win. Steve takes it. And he's made himself a finalist at the same time. He's got a bye in the semis. Right, next up, Connor Jones and Steve Metcalf. The Darlings then 16.70 for the White Pearl Beetle. 15.35 for the Audi TT. Well, Connor Jones, fair way out in front, but here comes Steve with the Audi. And it is Connor that takes it, 16.77 to a lose out 15.80. All right, Phil Jones with a solo here. All he needs to do is break the beams, but I've got some strong suspicion that Phil's going to take it all the way through. He dials in 15 flat. .13 on the reaction time. I can read that out because he's got no competitor in the other lane. Some of these people have radios in the cars, can hear what we're saying in commentary, so that's why we don't read out reaction times if it's a race. Alright, we move on to VW Pro. The two Jameses fighting this one out. James Rhodes, James Hodson. James Hodson confirmed as your champion for the 2021 season here at Santapod. Lots of wheel spin there for James Hodson, that is. James Rhodes trying to close him down. So it's 10:45 playing 10:30. James on the brakes. 11:82 for the win for James Hodson, and James Rhodes goes 12:11. Next up, Graham Fairhead taking on Lee Cordrey. 12:20 plays 11:50. Lee will be leaving first. 0.7 of a second difference on the tree. Oh, but it's over before it's really started. Lee Cordrey goes red. So it's Graham Fairhead that takes the win. Graham goes 12:83, doesn't really matter. 12:80 for Lee, but Graham was way off the throttle there. Dave Crowhurst. Should have been alongside Paul Day, but no sign of him. Ooh, what is that? Prop shaft? Half shaft? Didn't see it. Just a long piece of metal. So Dave Crowhurst going into the semis. Dials in a 963, gives us a 993. And last to run will be Abby Tether. She has a bye run here into the semis, where she will meet Graham Fairhead. Junior Dragster up next. So Abby looking for a 12.91. She was the number one qualifier. Oh, 12.90 with a 2. Very, very close. It was a breakout. It doesn't matter though. She's already got the win. No competitor in the other lane. This is VW Pro semi-finals. James Hodson is your champion this year, and not only is he champion this year, that's his 7th VW Pro Championship. Congratulations to James. That's seriously impressive to take 7, yes, 7 championships in VW Pro. Dave Crowhurst going great with the car, 963 dialing against 1099 for James. So Dave Crowhurst then has pulled alongside James Hodson, and he takes the win with a 10.94 against a lose out 13.17. James's car didn't sound entirely 100% there. So Dave Crowhurst into the final. But who's he going to race? Abby Tether or Graham Fairhead? Well, both in pre-stage, both into stage. So 12.80 plays 12.89, hardly anything between them. Oh, this is tight at the stripe. And it's Abby Tether that takes it, 12.97 against a lose-out 13.01. Abby into the final. Going to be taking on Dave Crowhurst. VW Sportsman's semi-finals. Connor Jones taking on Phil Jones. Yeah, got the connection now. The two drivers from Rugby. The White Pearl taking on the Dragon Wagon. 1670 plays 15 flat. Looks like the Beetles out front, but the A3 closing in, and yep, it is. Connor Jones takes it there. The win margin point 0.8, 1677 against a lose out 1562. Here comes Steve Stone. He's got a solo into the final here. He does in 1655 with the Colston Racing Golf. And a 1687, the end result there, so he might adjust the dial in for the final.
What'd you run?
Oh. Not the best. But hey.
Oh, well.
Well, we got to the semis.
That's it. And there's the Jonas in the final.
Exactly.
Come on. No, that's it. Especially after what? 3 events? 3 events, yeah. Bug John was your first, wasn't it?
Yep. Very good. So, yeah.
To the final.
To the final.
On to VW Pro. Abby Tether taking on Dave Crowhurst. The dial-ins. 963 for Dave, 1285 for Abby. So Dave's got to be waiting over 3 seconds before his side of the tree runs down. Abby Tether sets off on her journey, but is it going to be to the top step of the podium? Dave Crowhurst is in pursuit. They're both at the 1,000-foot mark. It's all about the stripe, and the win goes to Dave Crowhurst, 9.69 against the lose at 12.92. Reaction time advantage there for Dave certainly helped, and he takes the event win. Well done, Dave. Right, on to VW Sportsman, your finalists here. Connor Jones taking on Steve Stone. The Darlings end, 16.70 a pair. Whoever gets to the top end first without breaking out will win, as long as we don't have a red light on the tree at the start. Well, let's just see how this one pans out. They looked like they left fairly evenly. Look at that. The Maras throwing, I think it's 2 shots into the crowd. Well done. And it's a 16.73 taking the win there for Steve Stone against a lose at 16.76. Well done, Steve. He takes the win at the national finals.